A discussion regarding the Beatles' song Maxwell's Silver Hammer was included in the most current episode of the show. The rocker disclosed, in the course of the conversation with his buddy and co-host Paul Muldoon, that he and his old bandmates had a disagreement regarding the selection of the track, and that he was the one who was responsible for the disagreement. The backstories of some of Paul McCartney's most well-known, highly acclaimed, and critically acclaimed songs that he has released appear to be something that he takes great pleasure in speaking about. As of right now, the singer and songwriter is in the process of producing episodes of the second season of his podcast, Paul McCartney, A Life in Lyrics. This podcast invites him to go into the past in order to unearth fascinating stories that are associated with the creation of his iconic songs. When it came to recording Maxwell's Silver Hammer, McCartney made it clear that he was a bit of a perfectionist, which was something that the other Beatles did not appreciate. "I remember the guys getting angry with me," the Grammy winner revealed. "I remember them getting angry with me." He went on to say that although the recording process took a brief period of time, McCartney himself was very keen on it. Although each of the four members of the Beatles was recognized as a talented musician in his or her own right, Paul McCartney recalls that he in particular would take up an excessive amount of time. It is not without cause, however, that he invested a significant amount of time and attention into each track. In his explanation, the famed musician explained that he had to do so because he was attempting to understand what was going on in my head. Additionally, McCartney conducted an in-depth analysis of Maxwell's Silver Hammer, offering commentary on the lyrics, which many people consider to be a morbid tone. The Beatles made sure that everyone who was listening realized that the fiction they were telling is not based on true events, even though that description might be very accurate. "This is not a part of Dateline, it is completely fabricated." It is likely that some of the listeners were taken aback by his comparison of the song, which is about a murder, to a nursery rhyme by a child. A few months back, when it was initially released, Paul McCartney, A Life in Lyrics was a great success on podcast platforms. It was co-produced by iHeart Podcasts and Pushkin, and it rapidly became a huge smash. The first and second seasons of the series, which is defined in a press release as a combination of master lesson, memoir, and improvisational voyage with one of the most beloved people in popular music, were only separated by a few weeks apart from one another. McCartney is able to relate a great deal of information and anecdotes that many people have never heard before because each episode concentrates on a single song from his back catalogue.